this. I've got a small little window, and I think if I just pull off the right shot, I can get my ball onto the green, and I'm going to have a putt-it birdie. Right, there's the flag. I got to keep going at that flag. But you know what? If I chip out of here, if I take my medicine for this bad approach shot, all right, I'm not going to really play that ball too far back in my stance because the wood's going to help me. Little low, punchy follow through. Let's give it a whirl. All right, I'm in the middle of a pretty good round here, and one got away from me. And now I'm in a situation where I want to keep the pedal to the metal, right? I'm having a good round. I want to keep scoring. So I want to go after this. I've got a small little window, and I think if I just pull off the right shot, I can get my ball onto the green, and I'm going to have a putt-it birdie. All right, but remember, we're talking about managing your game, right? And that comes from great decision making. All right, trying to be a hero right here brings a lot of problems in play for me. I've got a very, very narrow corridor, and I've got the limbs of those trees making it a very small window as well. I've got to execute the best shots. Up isn't an option, right? I'm underneath this tree. So there's one decision right there. But then let's talk about the better decision. Right? Look at all this fairway right over here to my right. I mean, this is just an easy little chip shot for me. But for many of us, we're just so goal oriented, right? There's the flag. I got to keep going at that flag. But you know what? If I chip out of here, if I take my medicine for this bad approach shot and I put my ball out there, I'm going to have less than 100 yards into that flag. Right? And then my opportunity to hit a quality golf shot from that nice flat lie down there goes up. All right, so good decision making. Instead of trying to knock a little low 4-iron through the gap right there, I'm just going to take an 8-iron, right? And instead of looking towards the hole, I'm going to look over here towards my right. Now this shot is one that all I need to do is just make this small little chip shot. Put me back out in play. All right, so managing my game, taking away the bigger miss. Nice little chip shot right out in the middle of the fairway. I have a great opportunity now to get on that green, right, and maybe even save my par. All right, so make good decisions out there, and we will write lower scores on that scorecard. All right, we're talking recovery shots here, okay? I've got my ball out here out of position on the left side of this fairway, and I got a small little window here to the green. Window's very narrow and it's very low, right? So we got to keep the ball down. All right, so next time you're in this situation and you're going to try to pull off this shot, instead of choosing that iron, right? Maybe it's a 4-iron, maybe it's even a 3-iron, right? And we typically play that ball slightly back in our stance and even manage our follow through. We don't have this high release, but that iron puts more loft on it and that ball's going to go up. So the next time you're in this situation, try a wood. All right, so this wood does a couple things for me. First, it's got lower loft, right? So I can keep it down easier. I can still play it slightly back in my stance, but I don't have to get to extremes. All right, and then the same thing, this wood actually has a little bit of a spring effect off this face, right? So that, therefore, the ball's going to fly off of this face a little bit differently than that iron. So I don't have to swing it as hard. All right, so here we go. Gonna get myself aligned here. I'm choosing the tool. I'm even gonna shorten it up a little bit just to make it easier to swing. All right, getting myself aligned, a little narrower base. All right, I'm not gonna really play that ball too far back in my stance because the wood's gonna help me. Little low, punchy follow through. Let's give it a whirl. Right through that gap and rolling right up onto the fringe. All right, so next time you're in this recovery situation, try a wood instead of an iron.